NZSO is this country's full-size, full-time professional orchestra. We're very much at the NZSO trying to put digital first. So I was very keen on the church to help us create 15 different visuals for the 15 concert series we'll be doing in 2014. What is important to note here is that there actually is a strong trust between the church and the NZSO.
A phenomenal client to have in terms of their ability to work with us collaboratively. The 2014 season campaign was all about putting the music right at the front. This started our thinking into this idea of theatre of the mind and the fact that classical music is often accompanied with your own emotional interpretation.
The way we developed and kind of came up with the concepts was really stripping back and trying to find the core qualities of each piece of music. We kind of picked out one key piece of music for each concert, wrote down key emotions. With those key words, we developed visuals. So we didn't want it to be like a literal interpretation. We wanted it to be open so that a viewer could develop a personal connection with it. That was our aim, you know. We weren't limited to one medium, so we, have models, we have animals, we have bespoke artistic items as well to kind of communicate all these different types of emotions.
The only way to deliver this would be to engage with a phenomenal team.
When I first saw the project, I went, wow, amazing, really, really cool. And then my kind of immediate second thought was, how are we going to do that? This was definitely conceptually way different to a lot of stuff.
We were actually given a lot of input into the project as well, and saying, what we thought and what we liked, and being able to put something more into it than just being told what to do. And as we progressed, I became more comfortable. I think Hamish did as well.
I became less comfortable.
Hamish became less comfortable, yeah.
While Hamish was in here during pre-production that month, it was a good time.
It was chaos.
It was chaos.
We had 10 students over 2 weeks working for us in the pre-production side of things, sourcing props, making props. A lot of these things were made bespoke.
We'd run tests of the different liquids, and we'd try and break flowers.
Yeah, that's
We'd
right.
actually try and get everything nailed before we went into the shoot.
Some of the concepts around it were stretching out moments in time or condensing time into short periods through either time-lapse or shooting at a really, really high frame rate. So we were getting up to about 300 frames a second, which takes an immense amount of light.
We wanted to get as much in camera as we possibly could, and because of that there was a few moments that were probably a little bit borderline, particularly with the flower.
It would look like it was being crushed or swallowed, or it just wasn't reacting the same way that we initially envisaged.
We made Such and one of the students run out and go grab a whole bunch more nitrogen. This is why we were still 2 hours behind as well.
Probably had like 15 to shoot. We went through them all really quickly and they still didn't work. So we got to end of shoot day and we hadn't nailed the shots. And I spent like 2 hours ringing every single florist in Wellington trying to find white lilies, and no one had them. That was definitely stressful, but we nailed it and it looks so stunning. It was totally worth it.
The Shakespeare skull, getting it to sink into a viscous liquid, while seeming like a simple concept, wasn't. I think we bought about 60 kilos of corn flour to try and mix into a viscous liquid, and it didn't really work. We start dropping the Shakespeare skull into the liquid, and we realised that the container that the students had bought wasn't deep enough. We then found ourselves wandering around the back blocks of the Avalon studios looking for new containers to put the liquid into. It's stressful, but we got there. Happy.
That looks really cool.
Happy?
Yeah, very happy.
The Beethoven bust, getting that to melt, for a number of reasons, we really, really struggled. What we didn't count on was that wax would melt through and then start dripping down onto the gas burners below. We managed to get so much burning going on that the tarpaulin caught fire. Setting something on fire was pretty major for me. We finally got the shot, but I think we had 4 shots scheduled that day. We got 2, and Beethoven we got about 8 o'clock at night. Yeah, it was pretty intensely challenging. They both give me nightmares at night. I wake up going, it's in there.
They delivered a phenomenal result with a phenomenal team.
I'm like really proud of the team, I guess. Like everyone just did so well. Everyone put in like a 200% into everything that we did.
I love Shakespeare, I love the Russian dolls, I love the flower, I love the girl falling.
La Dolce Vita. a food fight with Italian food, which is fantastic. I also loved Wandered Hearts.
The biggest, most collaborative production that I've ever been involved in.
Really enjoys the fact that it lets the music speak.
Very big and momentous mountain to climb, but we did it.
And we couldn't have done that without the team.
I think it will remain as one of my best projects I've ever been involved with in my career.